So I have been consuming hydrogen water for a long time. I have all the stuff and I've been researching it for a long time. And so that's what I'm going to share with you tonight. This is what I want to say about hydrogen water. I am going to give you a lot of details tonight. I'm going to give you the facts tonight, and you guys can decide whether or not you guys want to consume the water or not, because I will let you do your own due diligence. I'm just going to give you the facts. The concept of hydrogen water is fairly new. It's been researched maybe past 5 years or so. There's still not a lot of long-term research, although there is a lot of peer-reviewed clinical studies on it that have been done on it. Uh, there's been like 1,400, in fact, of peer-reviewed studies, and there's been a lot of research, but and I have a lot of references for you. In fact, at the end of class, I'm going to give you a little handout that you can look at the peer-reviewed studies. But just know that I'm going to give you the information and then you guys can make your own decisions whether or not you think it's for you. I personally really do like it. And I'm always a big fan of any sort of health biohack where I can learn and promote and try anything that is healthy that's not medication, right? So if we can put things in our body that our body considers healthy, I'm going to try it. And hydrogen water is just very safe. There's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't cause any long-term damage. It doesn't have any symptoms or side effects. And I'll go over all that too. So let's get started and let's talk about all the things. I'm going to talk about what is hydrogen water. We're going to talk about how it's made. We're going to talk about the science and the studies. We're going to talk about the benefits. And we're going to talk about if I think it's legit or if you think it's legit from what I present to you tonight. Okay. Again, those of you who don't know me, if you're new to the group, my name is Tara Dale. I'm a functional diagnostic nutritionist and a diabetes educator and a holistic health practitioner and cellular detox specialist. And I've written 2 Amazon bestseller books. One of them you can find in any bookstores around the country called I Refuse Chemo. And the second one reviews diabetes. You can you can get access to this book, the Refuse Diabetes book, inside of this Facebook group, or you can also purchase it hard copy off of Amazon. Okay. I give so much stuff in this group for free in this group. So if you're in here, welcome. I have hundreds and hundreds of hours of classes and free content in this group. So you can kind of get lost in the sauce in this group, but I'll explain to you a little bit later how you can navigate and find certain information in this group. But if you stay to the end, I will give you a link that will give you explanation of all of that. So, hydrogen water, what is it? Hydrogen water is a regular water that is infused with additional molecular hydrogen. It's a relatively new concept, like I said before, in the health and wellness world, and it's gaining a lot of popularity for its potential health benefits. So, you actually create hydrogen with molecular process. And so hydrogen water is a regular infused water with additional molecular hydrogen. So hydrogen is H2. It's also known as hydrogen-rich water or hydrogenated water. The added hydrogen molecules are in a dissolved gas state. Hydrogen water maintains the same chemical formula as regular water, H2O. It's colorless, odorless, and tasteless, just like regular water. The concentration of dissolved hydrogen is typically measured in parts per million. Therapeutic levels are generally considered to be at least 0.5 ppm to 1.6 ppm. It's a relatively new concept in health and wellness circles, and the idea stems from research on the potential health benefits of molecular hydrogen. So, how is it made? Well, there's different ways to make it, and it all has the same result, producing the hydrogen water. You can either have it produced in bottles or machines through electrolysis, or you can have a magnesium drops and or magnesium pellets. So there's lots of different types of methods And all of these methods can produce hydrogen, but there's really only three apparatuses, I guess you could say, that are available. And I'm going to show you some of these at the end of the class too. There's a lot of science. There's over 1,400 published peer-reviewed clinical studies on hydrogen water and talking about the benefits of hydrogen. I couldn't find one that said it was dangerous. I couldn't find one report or study that said you shouldn't do it, or I couldn't find any that said there's any contraindications. So I have not found anything that says it should be a concern. Hydrogen is the smallest molecule in the universe, allowing it to be easily penetrated in the cell membranes. And that's why it can potentially offer very unique health benefits on a cellular level. That's why I like it, because again, it really just gets into the cells and it helps hydrate the cells and hydrate your body better than regular water. So there are a ton of, like I said, articles, peer-reviewed studies. After this class, I will have a document, a PDF document that I will be happy to share with you with all of my research for this class. And I will have that available for you. So let's talk about the benefits. Some of the benefits of hydrogen water. Number one, the antioxidant properties. The antioxidant properties will reduce cellular stress. It will reduce oxidative stress, especially as we're being exposed to a lot of different chemicals and free radicals. And it acts as a very important nutrient that will help with your immune system. It also can help with inflammation and reducing and neutralizing harmful free radicals. Number two, reduced inflammation is obviously very important on many levels, and there's many ways to reduce inflammation, but they have proven that hydrogen water can be one thing that you can do to help reduce your inflammation. Preliminary research has indicates that hydrogen water may have anti-inflammatory effects, which could, in long term, lower the risk of chronic disease, including heart disease. Number three, enhanced hydration because of the molecular structure of the hydrogen. It does really penetrate inside of the cell, and it improves the absorption of the water. It can improve athletic performance also because you're actually getting hydrated. Like, what are some of the effects of dehydration, right? You're weak, you don't have energy. So I think one of the reasons that this can improve athletic performance is because it's helping the mitochondria of the muscle and the cell. And it also, you're being hydrated. And because it's getting into the cell, and that's one of the benefits of pure hydration. Number five, improve and protect from free radicals. I've kind of gone over that in number one with antioxidants, but protecting and improving from free radicals, neutralizing harmful free radicals, acts as a selective antioxidant, targeting harmful free radicals. There's another neuroprotective effect, number six, and in early studies suggest that hydrogen water might have neuroprotective properties, which could benefit brain health and cognitive function with all of the cognitive, brain dysfunctions we have these days, like Alzheimer's and all of that. I do believe that this could help with that, hydrating the brain and really making sure it goes in there and helps with those properties. Number seven is improves skin from the inside out. Once from the inside out, if you drink it, it's been shown to contribute healthier skin by combating that oxidative stress and inflammation that we talked about, but also, and I don't have one of these machines yet, but there's actually a machine that you can get that actually hydrates your bath water. And so it's been shown that bathing in hydrogen water also has its benefits. I don't have a bathing hydrogen water apparatus, but after I was doing this research on it, it makes me want to think about getting one. When I got my other drinking machine, this wasn't available yet, but I went in and looked, and I see that they have them now for bath water, and I'm like, oh, I'm really thinking about it. The studies have shown that it really does help with certain skin conditions, so I do it. Number eight, improves mood and cognitive function. There's been evidence that hydrogen water can help elevate mood and reduce feelings of anxiety. Although, again, this is fairly new, so it's not like you're going to drink one glass or one time and you're going to be in a better mood, right? It's just like a cumulative thing. So I think that over time, I mean, since I've been drinking water, I can definitely tell a difference, but I've been drinking it for a long time too. I don't think I remember noticed anything like from day one when I drank it. I mean, there's been, if you read some of the peer-reviewed studies, there are some studies that have said that people, testimonies of people that, have drank it and felt something right away. But I can't tell you that I felt it right away, but over time, I for sure have noticed a difference in my hydration. Number nine, fatigue and energy levels. Same thing. It can potentially improve blood flow and circulation, which will help with that energy and less fatigue. Immune health. This is a big one. This is one of the reasons why I got the machine because I'm always trying to find ways to build my health because we're exposed to so much stuff, right? So many toxins and viruses and bacteria and diseases. And I just think anything I can do to help build my immune system and also, when you build your immune system, you're also kind of helping with those detox pathways so that you can make sure that your body can detox properly. Number 11, this is a huge one because you feed the good gut bacteria, which aids in digestion. So not only does it aid in digestion because it feeds the bacteria, but also is helping with absorption, your nutrient absorption. So if you're eating foods and you're able to absorb the phytonutrients and the vitamins and minerals so much better with the aid of hydrogen water. Number 12, oral health. It has been shown that improves gums and or oral hygiene, particular those with periodontal disease or gum issues. So, recapping, here's some of the things: possible increase in energy levels, potential improvement in mental clarity and focus, may experience reduced muscle soreness after exercise, possible improvement in skin appearance, and wrinkles and things like that, potential enhancement of overall hydration, may notice better sleep quality, better hydration, possible reduction in feelings of fatigue, potential improvement in digestive comfort, may experience a sense of overall well-being, and possible support for immune system. Okay, so that's a lot of really good things that it does. So again, these studies have been indicating they have noticed those things inside of these studies when they drink this hydrogen water for a period of time. So let's talk about some specific benefits. So when it comes to diseases and or chronic conditions, metabolic syndrome, you guys know what that is? That is an impairment of your mitochondria and your metabolic function. So it's been known to really help with metabolic disorders because, again, the hydrogen molecular structure of the water is very good for ATP production and cellular repair from cellular damage. So over time, it can really help with repair any sort of metabolic symptom that you have. Cardiovascular health, same thing. It's anything that you're going to be able to help with hydrated and get your heart with the hydrogen, really good for supporting your blood pressure and the condition of your cardiovascular system. Number three, cancer-related side effects. So now, what I couldn't find is hydrogen water was going to cure or make cancer better. But what I did find is that it helps with your immune system, which can prevent and help you with cancer from developing or getting worse. So again, I'm not making any claims here. There's still a lot of research that needs to be done. I didn't find one study that said if you drink hydrogen water and you already have cancer, cancer is going to be healed. No, I don't think that's been studied yet or proven. But I do believe in my heart of hearts that anytime you get cancer is because your immune system is suppressed. And why you get cancer is your body can't fight off the cancer cells. So I think hydrogen water could be a good option if you're afraid of getting cancer, I think this is just another tool in your toolbox that you can consume to help with that battle. Okay. Neurological disorders. So if you have anything of Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, multiple sclerosis, anything involving the neurological part of your system, strokes, epilepsy, it has been known to help with those diseases also. And then again, inflammatory conditions like cancers, infections, cardiovascular, insulin resistance, metabolic disease like diet related insulin resistance, smoking, Alzheimer's, anything. People tend to heal a lot faster when they take hydrogen water. So if you have an injury, I think again, because you're so hydrated and you get a lot of these antioxidants in your system, so it just helps with the healing process. So that's number 5. Number 6, now it's been proven that if you've had COVID and you've had the cytokine storm, I think I need to actually do a class on this. But anyway, back when COVID was a thing, there was a lot of talk and a lot of theories around the cytokine storm, which is just a theory of mast cell, um, of your cells getting damaged from these cytokines. So hydrogen water is supposed to help calm that down and help manage that cytokine storm that's associated with people who have had COVID-19. And it's been proven to really help with that process. Okay, so I maybe should think about doing a class just on the cytokine storm, because there's a lot of confusion around COVID and what the cytokine storm even is and how it, this is a really good graphic of what it is, but maybe break that down a little bit, because I know a lot of people, a lot of you guys who have had COVID are still having the long haul COVID, the side effects of COVID. And so I really do strongly believe, and the research has shown that this does help with some of the long haul COVID and some of the symptoms. Okay. So the other thing I want to talk about is the absorption rate. So the thing with hydrogen water is that it only stays active in your body when you consume it. So what I mean by that is if you make hydrogen water, you don't want to leave it sitting out all day in a pitcher or in a mug or something. You want and be sipping on it all day, because it does work best when you pour it out and you drink it, and you do it pretty within a few minutes, because again, the hydrogen stays active for a short period of time. So what I tend to do is I don't fill my entire water jug for the day and then drink it. I will fill this glass up, every few hours, and make sure I get that down. Just because it's been known that like I said, the hydrogen molecules, they kind of dissipate after a short period of time. So you want to consume it immediately and right after it's been made, either via the machine, which I'm going to show you, the drops, or the bottle. Can it cure or help disease? Well, like I said, I'm not making any claims. By no means am I doing that, but it's proven that it may have a lot of potential therapeutic applications. Not a cure-all. I'm always from the standpoint of there's never just one thing, right? You can have a lot of different tools in your toolbox, and hydrogen, one of them, can be one of them. I think hydrogen water has a lot of positive benefits, but it's not the only thing you should be doing. For example, if you're not eating correctly and you're smoking and drinking and doing all the things that are causing all this damage, then I mean, what's hydrogen water going to do? Really? So it's not going to like be the magic cure. It's not going to take away the damage that's being done from you putting in this stuff in your body. So I do believe that this will support a good lifestyle. And I think that there's a lot of positive things that hydrogen water can do. And I do know that it's not going to harm you. It's not like a medication where you go on a medication and the medication will always have a side effect, and the medication will always be causing another symptom. Well, hydrogen water won't do that. You need water for one thing. So you put hydrogen, you're just adding all the additional benefits from it, and it's absorbing better. And then it's causing you to be able to be hydrated, and it's allowing your good protocol, your good nutrition, all those nutrients to be absorbed better. I mean, there's really no downside, in my opinion, to be consuming hydrogen water. So everybody's going to be different in how your body responds, but it will support your overall health and disease prevention. And again, it's not going to be a replacement for medical treatments, but I definitely think it could be something you could use in your toolbox for additional things. It's not dangerous. It's not safe. It's safe. There's no side effects. I always do say if you're on medications, I always say if you want to check with your doctor, only because the hydrogen water has been known to affect the absorption rate. Okay, so like I just said, if you're eating food and you're being able to absorb those micro and macronutrients, well, it same applies to medication. So if you're on medications and you're on this water, you might end up all of a sudden like being overly like it might go in too fast, or so you have to talk to your doctor about that. But that is something that you can research on your own also. If you're on a medication that's a slow release, then you can check with your doctor. Although I'm going to say this, your doctor is not going to be an advocate of hydrogen water because they're not an advocate of anything holistic. They're not going to even probably know what hydrogen water is. So you're better probably doing your own research or just picking, taking your medication at a different time than you drink your hydrogen water. Maybe that would be an option. But again, I'm not your doctor. I don't know, but I'm just saying. So hydrogen is only as good of a source as your water. So let me stop here for a second. So for example, if you are hydrogenating your water, but you're not filtering it, meaning taking out all the mercury chemicals, all that. So if you're putting fluoride and have all these chemicals in your tap water, but then you hydrogenate it, you might be having hydrogen water, but you still have all the chemicals and the fluoride and the mercury and all that, and the chemicals and the pesticides in the water. So hydrogen is only as good as your water. So you also have to make sure that you hydrogenate. That word is so hard to say. You have to make sure that if you hydrogenate your water, that you have filtered water. Okay, so filtered water is, I believe that filtering is actually more important than hydrogen. If you're going to spend money on water, um, if you're going to spend money on a filtering machine like reverse osmosis, then that should be more of a priority than hydrogen water. Don't buy hydrogen water first if you don't have a filtered system, okay? Because that's actually way more important, filtering out the tap water, okay? So again, hydrogen is only as good as a source. And like I said, there's potential interactions with certain medications. It does not replace healthy diet. It's not to be used as medical treatment. And again, it's very, very, very safe. Okay, so I want to talk about the different methods. There's three that I know of. There might be more, but there's these little bottles, there's drops, and then there's actual machine. So let's go over each of these and how they work. So a bottle contains a little generator that uses electrolysis to split the water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen gas. The generator then dissolves the hydrogen gas into the water, creating hydrogen-rich water. Some hydrogen water bottles also use PEM technology to separate the plates from the water, preventing the generation of oxygen, chlorine, and ozone. So I'm going to show you mine. I actually have one here. So this is a little hydrogen water bottle. This is called the Echo Go. Can you see this? And all you do is you fill it. It's just tap water, and then you press this water. I don't know if you can see it, but it kind of turns blue. Do you see it? Can you see it's kind of fizzing? You see that? It's like fizzing now, right? And there's also like a little purple light. So I just turned it on, and then it's hydrogenating it. And there's little like filtering, it's like little bubbles. So then it takes a few seconds, maybe a couple minutes. So I'm just gonna let that sit. And then at the end of class, I'm gonna actually give you an example of how to test this. But then when it's done, you can just drink it right out of here. So before I got my machine, this is what I used. I would fill this up, I press the button, I let it hydrogenate it, and then I would just unscrew this and pour it in my cup. And then every time I want fresh hydrogen water, I would just put new filtered water into this. So it's really cool. And this particular bottle has a USB charger, so that's how you charge it. Super simple. And I know there's tons of other different kind of bottles out there. I just happen to like the Echo Go. I'm a big fan of them because they've done their research, and I'll go over the company in a little bit, but I know a lot about them. I know a lot about the owner. They're the cutting edge. They're the ones that kind of started the whole hydrogen water like technology 5 years ago. So it actually has been longer than that, but that's when I first kind of started studying it. So that's the bottle. And then you have the drops or tablets. So I have used these. I don't like these as much. but you can use them. You can either do effervescent tablets, magnesium tablets, or drops, and basically they're the same things. You just have to put it in the water, and then it adds hydrogen. So the drops I have, they're right here, right? You see that? And it's a kind of looks gray, and you would just put one drop per 3 ounces, and then you let it sit in the water, the filtered water, so it becomes clear. Because when you put it in there, whether it's magnesium or this, it's going to be a little bit of cloudy in the water, so you kind of have to let it settle and wait, and then you wait till it becomes clear, and then you can drink it. So this is a way to do it. Now, if you're using the drops, again, you don't want it to sit around for hours. You want to put your drops in, and you want to drink within half hour, hour maybe, and then you'll want to redo it. And let's go back to the screen. And then the last one is the machine. And this is what I have. I have an Echo machine, and you install it underneath your sink, and you plug it into your faucet or your, plumbing. And all I got to do is I turn on my water spigot, and it comes out. This one has a spout, but I actually have a sink and a knob on the front of my sink, right? So it's just easy. I just turn it on and off, and it comes out, so that I don't have this sitting on top of my counter. You can buy this. That's why they have this spout here, because you can buy this so it's on top of your counter. But like I said, I put mine underneath the sink, and then I have a separate water spigot. Is that what you call it? I don't know what you call it. A fancy water thing. And I would just turn it on, and then it gets my hydrogen water right out of the faucet. I do that a few times a day, fill up my water, and then I have my hydrogen water. So I've been drinking hydrogen water for almost 2.5, 3 years, 3 years. I got my machine just about a few months ago, but I've been doing the Echo Water this for a few years. And the reason I switched over to the machine was just because, again, this plus I want my husband on it, but this again takes you have to drink a lot of water to keep hydrogenating this. And as you can see, it's done. So it's no longer green. So this has been hydrogenated. So now I can drink it right from here, or I can transfer it into a cup and add whatever you want. The next question is, I want to show you the website. This is the website. It's echowater.com. And this is my go-to for anything hydrogen. They are the cutting edge. They're the leaders in the industry. So I really like them. So you can go to echowater.com. But I do have a way for you guys to get a discount if you ever decided you wanted to purchase any of these products, the water bottle or they have pitchers too, by the way. I've never owned a pitcher. This is actually fairly new. But if you wanted to get the water bottle or the pitcher or the apparatus that you go on top of the sink, the machine that you can put underneath your sink in the kitchen, I have a discount. So this is the actual H2 machine. And so you want to go to, on the go is the bottle. And then if you go to the kitchen, it says the machine. And then these are pretty fancy. This is the ones that are for the bathroom and things like that. But if you go to this website, you can just look around. And if you want a discount though on any of these, let me know, because I can send you a link and you can get 10% off, which is a lot when it comes to these machines, because if you decide to get one of these, I mean, 10% is going to be a few $100s off. So you go up here, and let me go to on the go. You can do your research there. That's the one I have. And then if you want to research, let's say you want to research the pitcher. So let's go back to where it says the home. Nope, it's on the go. Here you go. This is really cool, you guys. This was not, when I got my Echo Go, this was not available. So this is a pitcher. I probably would have gotten this if they had it back then, because that's a pretty good size. But the one I got, which I really think, you guys, is the best deal, is this Echo machine right here. Now, the Echo Ultimate, I don't have that. I have this one. This one wasn't even made when I got this, but I like this one because it does exactly what I need to do. It just produces hydrogen. That's it. And it filters too. I forgot to mention that it does filter out some, but I still got to reverse osmosis, because I just think the reverse osmosis actually kills more than this machine does. This machine does kill a lot of the the pesticides and some of the bacteria and things like that. But a reverse osmosis is what gets the fluoride and the mercury and all that. But anyway, as you can see, it's, $29.95. You can get a discount through me, but this is the one that you will have a plumber install underneath your sink. And I love it. I love it. It's super amazing. So for me, I have the reverse osmosis, which by the way, if you go in here, um, it's in here. So if you go to water filters, this is the whole water one, but this is the Echo RO. This is the reverse osmosis. So reverse osmosis is the machine that actually filters the water. So again, this will be kind of fun for you guys to look through this website and just read the specs and all that. So I really like the Echo, and I've had this for about 3 years, and then I've owned this for a year, and I've owned this one for a few months. I had this question on the last call that I did about the types of water because so many people were confused about, they would ask me like, well, what's the difference between pH water and hydrogen water, right? And it's a very valid question. So here's the different types of water. You have tap water, which is just like it says, strictly out of your tap. Then you have bottled water. And by the way, you never want to drink any of these two. Okay, first of all, tap water is the most uh, dirty, full of hormones and antibiotics. It's nasty water, okay? And bottled water, even though they might filter out some of the nasties, you're still now getting in bottled water, not pure reverse osmosis water, meaning you're still getting nanoplastics. So that's why you never want to buy bottled water, especially in plastic, because you're getting nanoplastics. There was a study done, and they did a study. One regular sized bottle of water had over 4,000 nanoplastic particles available. If you have to buy water, there's water available in like uh, glass or cartons. That would be a better option than plastic. So I know, just the bearer of bad news, aren't I? So tap water and bottled water, you absolutely don't want to be consuming, but those are options, right? Then you have filtered water. So you have three different kinds of filtered waters. You have RO system, which is the top of the line. That's the reverse osmosis. That's the one that filters everything out. It filters everything out. In fact, if you have a reverse osmosis system, you want to put minerals back into your water because it actually strips out everything. So they're great because it's the purest water that you can drink, but again, you're stripping everything. Then you have filter machines or filtering machines. So like if you buy the hydrogen water system, you're getting hydrogen water and you're filtering out some of it, but you're not filtering out everything. Okay. So the filtering machines are just kind of a step down from the ROs. And then you have your pitchers are over the faucet. And so again, it's good, better, best, right? Good is better. Pitchers and over the faucet devices are way better than bottled water or tap water. So that's good. Better is filtered. Best is RO systems. Okay. So good, better, best. The worst is this right here. And then people ask me, what's the difference between pH water and hydrogen? So you guys have a really good understanding of what hydrogen water is, but pH water is different. So pH water is what it does. And I used to own a pH water machine, you guys. It was called Kangen water. I was big into Kangen water because, again, I didn't know what I know now. But I had a Kangen water machine, very expensive. And what Kangen does is it produces your pH, so it makes your water pH. So our normal cells in our body, our tissue, is around that 7.2 pH. Okay. You can get Kangen water where you can pH the water up to 8, 9, 9.4 pH. Now, back in the day when I was first learning about this, I thought that brilliant. You have heard pH, you want your body pH and alkaline and all that. Well, here's the thing. Here's what I learned over my years of study is there's certain parts in your body that you want alkaline and there's certain parts of your body that you want very acidic. Okay, of course, your tissues and your blood, you want pH, right? But your stomach, you need to have acidic. Your stomach has to be so acidic and like the same acidity as battery acid, because your stomach acid is what kills pathogens, right? So if you're consuming food that has bacteria or pathogens on it, pathogens, your stomach is your first line of defense. So your stomach has to be super acidic. So if you're drinking all this pH water, you're that is not good because you do not want to put all that pH in your gut and try to make your stomach alkaline. A lot of people, if you're drinking a lot of alkaline water and you notice you have heartburn, that's why, because your stomach is too alkaline. Your stomach needs to be very, very, very acidic. So with the hydrogen water, it doesn't change the pH of it; it just adds hydrogen. So it's very good. So I just wanted to explain the difference. I am not a fan of pH water. Once I learned this, I actually got rid of my pH water machine because it's it's not a benefit. When you eat greens and vegetables and phytonutrients, those are going to help alkaline your tissues in your blood and make that alkaline, which is what your body knows exactly what needs to be alkaline, what needs to be acidic. Okay, so the body's so smart. The innate intelligence of the body is so, so, so smart. So that's what I just wanted to go over that real quick because I had somebody ask me about that. Wow, you guys, I really did a lot of talking and went over a lot of stuff. I think I got through my whole presentation. So let me close up with just saying, remember, all of this information I gave you tonight is all good and factual. And if you decide you want to get a hydrogen, machine, just make sure you like your reasons, because if you're still not, you know, changing your diet, or you're not reducing your stress, or you're on 15, 20 medications and you're not exercising, and you're not doing the necessary things. I mean, hydrogen water will still be beneficial, but you're not going to get the benefits of it if you're still not cleaning everything else up. So I think hydrogen water should be a part of your lifestyle, not if you're planning to still just eat like crap and do everything in that regard. So I really do hope this was helpful. One last thing, if you guys are thinking about you wanting to get one, just let me know, because you might as well get a discount. I mean, you might as well get a discount. So you can either, this should work if you scan this, or if you call this number. I would not call the number to order. I would call them if you have any questions about setup, or have any detailed questions that maybe I didn't cover. But I will post the link or send you the flyer that I did for this class, the PDF, and it will have the link on it, and you can go from there. If you have any questions about anything, if you do want the PDF, let me know. Just type in the comments, I would like the PDF, and I will absolutely message that to you so you have all the information that I went over today, which includes the research papers and the scientific studies and some of the links to that.
Blood red, I was dressing late. You had me singing for you. Your touch was all I ever craved.